3 must-have pieces to any content strategy plan. 1. Saturation to-do list. Creating a plan of how you will saturate the internet with your remarkable content is a must. Many of us just create our social platforms, blogs, and articles with no true direction on how to feed it to our market. You have to know what your attitude toward the market will be. Are you a daily producer? A weekly producer? Or are you a monthly producer? The more you show up everywhere your target audience is, the more you subtly become a component to that niche. You want to find out what platforms you will be broadcasting your message from? Once you have that, you want to make an action content strategy plan that will allow you to produce valuable content in each platform. Delivering your content in story form will be much easier to relate to and consume. This is what people love. For instance, if you're using the most powerful platforms available, which I suggest you do, then you will want to voice your value in each platform with every bit of content you produce. The most valuable platforms at this time are Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Pinterest, Google+, and YouTube. Using these platforms as a broadcasting stage will gradually have you saturating your target audience with your valuable information. If it's good enough, it will get shared and become viral. Be sure that in all your content you have call to actions that explain what your prospect needs to do after consuming your content. Be sure that if you produce any type of content that you push it across all the different platforms you are working with. If you have an article, then take that article and turn it into a short video so you can push it across YouTube. If you create anything of value, brand it with your brand and give people a way to get to it by offering links on all your platforms to all your other platforms. Point 2. Relationship planting. So many people on the web are trying to always harvest profits and are so focused on getting profits that they forget to plant. If you want to continue to profit, you have to be sure you're planting more than you're harvesting. The most important form of planting that you could possibly do for your business is creating relationships. Your business lives because of this and will die without it. Your content strategy plan has to be super focused on creating relationships. Once you have relationships started, you have to treat them like very sensitive plants, giving them perfect attention and nurturing. People love attention and love free value. If you give them both, with good intention, you will have someone who will share your value everywhere. This is what you want. Point 3. Value persistence. Make the content strategy plan a part of your everyday life. No matter how big or small, produce something often. The more you produce, the more you show up. The more you show up, the more you become a standard that people trust. You trust the ground because it shows up every day. Now you depend on it because you know it's going to be there. The biggest problem people run into is they get excited, produce a few things, then stop. You create a ripple in the pond and people get a glimpse of your value, then you disappear for 3 weeks. The dependability fails and soon people start having a feeling that you might not be there again for a long time. They want someone who will keep them fed. You want to feel like a publisher, creating something every day. If it's one sentence of value, it's enough to show up and make a ripple. The ripples soon become small waves, and before you know it, you have a gigantic tidal wave. This tidal wave usually comes from the high amounts of sharing that people do with your content. Become someone who can be depended on and someone who constantly shows up and plays a good game. Please share this post with anyone you know that has a problem with being persistent. Comment on what your daily to-do list is in your marketing strategy. What is your daily routine with marketing online?